Okay, well, here we go. We're into the fourth week, and this week's kind of special in that it's the first week that you will have an exam covering chapters 1, 2, and 3. There are 60 questions on the exam. They're all objective questions. Um, I would say studying for that or preparing for it, it's closely aligned to the textbook and the little mini lectures at the beginning of the chapters. You'll have 90 minutes to complete the 60 questions. You'll have one attempt, and then that score will be your score. So I would say make sure you have a reliable connection, a reliable device, that you have a reliable browser, that you probably don't. It's a good idea not to have multiple tabs open, simply because it can sometimes take up the bandwidth and then kind of squeeze the test out. I wouldn't refresh my pages or try to go back. All of those things can cause the program to shut down. So hopefully everybody has a successful time with it. I don't think it'll take you 90 minutes, although I know that sometimes when you can use your book or other materials or notes, that students take a little bit longer to answer questions that, um, rather than like have the exam and you can't have your notes there or anything. People just kind of answer the questions and accept whether their answer was right or wrong. So anyways, so I hope everybody does well. It will kind of give you an indication. We're going to have 5 of these during this semester. So the other part of the week, you're going to see a whole bunch of films listed, and you might be like, well, whoa, we're having to do an exam this week. Why are we having to do all these or watch all these little films? Well, they're all about a minute and a half. I think the longest one might be 5 minutes long. They have very few questions associated with them, and they're very important. They are topics that will kind of be a thread through the whole childhood part of this class, and then also the consequences of these events early on, we're finding can have long-term consequences to a child. There's a lecture quiz, and which is an activity, and so make sure that when you do these activities that you can review the tutorial. I'm going to remind you a lot of times, review the tutorial that's found in the welcome section of the book or of the class, and make sure that you're finishing it, closing it out, and all of those things that are necessary to get the credit for it. So make sure that you don't have a blue clock once you've finished it. And then there's, of course, the practice test over in MindTap. So I'm just checking my notes here, make sure I got everything. So I think so. So have a great week, and I hope everybody is very successful on this first exam.